Hello everyone and welcome back to another DrAce video. Today it is round 17 of our Moto2 Championship and we are here in the Japanese GP. It is Motegi. We're starting from the back of the grid and it's going to be on 120% difficulty AI. So then, from the last position on the grid, you know the drill. We start back at the grid here, 120% AI, wait for the red lights to go, and away we go. So then, 75% race distance, that means we've got 16 laps to try and go from the back to the front, and I am quite confident that we can be up there fighting for the podium positions. I think the win here could be difficult as we're trying around the outside of many riders there. They do tend to go quite slow in the early stages of this Grand Prix as I put my teeth back in as we go around the outside now of the Bosca score of Aaron Canet. Not able to make it stick as we get caught onto the curb there. Count how many times we hit the curb in this video. I'm sure it's going to be a lot. I tend to do that almost every time as I go around the outside of Aaron Canet. What a wonderful move, but it's not going to stick as Canet is coming through. Bosca scorer up on the inside of our Calyx, and we'll launch it back into the inside. Oh, look at Philip Salac making a small mistake there. A lot of riders tend to go wrong here into the S-curve and pretty much scupper their chances of developing some speed. Whoa, we got really close to running off the circuit there. In fact, when I did that helmet cam video, I believe it was at this circuit, and I went onto that right-hand side there and absolutely sent myself to oblivion. Did make a couple of mistakes as well going into this corner here. This is the hairpin curve. This is turn 10 as we now bring on the power with the slipstream of the two Gresini motorcycles ahead of us. Let's see if we can get through upon the brakes. It's quite late. Not able to get through yet. Oh, tight apex. So it's certainly opening up an opportunity for us to take that 7th position. Don't really need to rush this, but I would like to try and get through as quickly as I can. Just so I can have a chance end of maintaining pace and rhythm whilst trying to lead this Grand Prix of Motegi. Into the first corner then, right down easy boot, just touching the apex of the corner. Well, maybe not the apex, just the braking zone of the corner, should I say, as we now really rub into Manuel Gonzalez there. I don't think he's going to be too happy with that one as the number 18, but there's nothing he can do about it now. In fact, here he comes. QJ Motor Gresini rider almost sending it through. As we now lean on to the left hand side. Ooh, heck. Really pushing on the limits there, ladies and gentlemen. Surprised we didn't get a track limit warning for going off the circuit. Now can we get through on Jake Dixon? A little bit wider angle here as the clouds are looking rather ominous at this stage of the Japanese GP. Oh, Jake, where are you going? Somebody get him a map. Oh my god, the two MTMSI Bosca scorers are opening all over the place. Back on through now in for 4th place. They've made a real mess of that one, as Alberto Reynas' Japanese GP has come to its conclusion, albeit rather prematurely. And now into the hairpin. We're about 1.5. Oh, good lord. Tony Arbolino sends it through as Somkiat Chantra. Conversations about him possibly going to MotoGP next season. Has been given a long lap penalty, but now back up on the inside. Our riposte to Tony Arbolino has worked, and we're successfully up to 4th place, so not too bad so far. Just Vietti to close down Aldeguer next, and then Alonso Lopez and the American Racing OnlyFans Team America, whatever the hell it's called nowadays. Cross the line, 150.4 for your World Championship leader. Somkiat Chantra, who's been given a long lap penalty, has now immediately been given a track limit warning. What on earth has gone on for the Idemitsu Honda Team Asia rider? Now into turn 3. I must confess that each and every single time I tackle the Japanese GP here in Motegi, the more I enjoy it. The better I'm getting at this track as well, which is really, really good. I do love this circuit, it's just I'm not particularly good at it. I'm alright in some of the braking zones, I'm getting better into the corner we've just gone in there, which of course a moment ago was turn 5. Do tend to struggle a bit with that one quite a few times. And then here in this change of direction, this is where usually the AI make a lot of mistakes. As you can see, Vietti's all over the place. I didn't look too confident there myself either, to be honest. A bit careful on the curbs. Marcos Ramirez given a track limit warning. And now out of the V corner. Desperate to try and catch up to Vietti, but as you can see already, the gap is coming down, and Alonso Lopez's lead. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, my God. The hairpin curve is a corner I tend to make mistakes at, and I just got sucked in there by completely watching and gawking at the two riders up front. Got into a little bit too much of the commentary mode there, focusing on what was happening at the front rather than focusing on myself. So now we've got to do a bit of donkey work again and get back up to where we were. To give space there to Manuel Gonzalez. He occupied our position. Can I go for the lunge? Sadly not. So, back down to 6th place, and that's not quite exactly what I was expecting. Marcos Ramirez, what is he doing? That's like a 3rd or 4th track limit in just that lap alone. Looking like that rider in our MotoGP Ace Academy Championship who was taking the mick and had like 4 long lap penalties. Can't do that. That's unbelievable. And onto the braking zone at 100 metres going in to the left-hand side of turn 3. Manuel Gonzalez has got nothing on his dashboard there, so maybe he's going to have some difficulties riding around like that. Round the outside, then back up on the inside of Garcia. He's got the line where I wanted to be, and now I'll brake. Let's run it a bit deep, I think. Not bad. Gap goes down to 0.3 of a second. Now, we have had pretty much a perfect season this year. It has been absolutely superb. The only time it came to its conclusion... Oh, Aldeguer's gone. Well, I was going to say that the only time we've not finished on the podium was in Bud International Circuit, where unfortunately I quit that. Well, I retired from that race because I crashed twice, and usually if I crash twice, that's my rule that you don't deserve to get points after that, so that's why I retired in Bud. But for this one, it's a little bit of a mistake, and I was genuinely wondering if we were going to be able to get back onto the podium. The gap now 1.7 to Vietti. We're about to put in our fastest lap time of the session, so I think this is now game on. Can we catch up to the Italian ahead of us, and then in turn the Spaniard? It's an absolute European knockout at the top 8 right now, isn't it? All 8 riders on that list, all from Europe. Marvellous. 6.5 of a second we're about to find. Fermin Aldeguer was temporarily the fastest man on circuit, then bettered by Celestino Vietti, the winner of the Red Bull Ring of Austria from last season, and this year, of course, as well, in real form. And now, it's down to us to try and win here in Japan. Did I win here in Moto3? I don't believe I did. So maybe this could be a new stomping ground for me. That is taking liberties into turn 3. Now out to turn 4, try and run it onto the curb on the exit. There you go. I knew I'd do that a lot in this one. I tend to do it a lot. Don't really intentionally do it either. It's just the way I come out of the corner. Ooh, that was tight to turn 5. Tremendously tight as we now go into turn 6 for the 130R. And again, quickly change the direction into turn 7. Look at the front end. Bobbing and weaving as we go into turn 7, and I'm actually beginning to push a little bit harder here, and the gap is not coming to me, is it? It's still 1.7 to Celestino. I think they're going to make me work hard for this one, which is a pleasant surprise. Of course, I have been playing some Superbike 22 recently with the 2024 mod, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. It's absolutely brilliant. Didn't have quite as much fun as I did in Catalonia as I did with Phillip Island. The AI were a little bit too easy for my liking, but Tyron 14 has provided me with a mod to make the game a little bit more difficult. I wish there was a mod for MotoGP 24, but to be honest, it seems, as it is right now, I got a track limits for what? Did I really abuse the track limits there? I didn't feel like I did, but okay. I will not argue with the Dorna gods. We now break into turn 1 for the 6th time of asking. Celestino Vietti's gap. It's still hovering at 1.7 seconds. Wow, I should have been given a track limit warning for that. Got away with that one. I guess it makes it fair for the penultimate corner a moment ago. Ooh, god damn it, that's a track limit warning. That is definitely a track limit warning. 1.7. Oh, this 1.7 is going to be the death of me if I can't catch them. It's going to be 11 laps of me catching up to them with a 1.7. In fact, forget that. I've just absolutely minced it on the corner. What a muppet. I am an absolute plonker. I'm not even mad. I knew that the second I touched the apex. I knew it. Well. Oh my lord. Who's that who's gone down? It was Jake Dixon. Well, I cannot script anything. Oh my god, a third track limit warning. Yeah, I think I did win here in Japan now I think about it in Moto 3, because I remember having a long lap penalty and I had a decision whether I wanted to just abuse the track limit again to get it over and done with or not. And I think I remember leading for a good chunk of lap times, maybe 10 or 11, maybe 12 laps. And then I abused the track limit and then I had to then go back in. But, oh, that's embarrassing, isn't it? Lost a little bit of concentration there, I won't lie to you. Oh, and I'm off the circuit again. Ooh, what is going on here? I am definitely going to be getting a long lap penalty this one. I can't believe that. At least I've woken up a bit. A little bit tired today, ladies and gentlemen. I guess you can tell. There's Joe Roberts then, the number 16. And there's Aaron Canet just ahead of us. So, the gap to Alonso Lopez, who is probably destined to... In fact, maybe not. Look how close Celestino Vietti is on the map in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. That is the track map. They're just passing Sector 1's exit point, so the start of Sector 2. They are close together. Now, we're 8 seconds behind Alonso, but forget about that for now. My interest is the Spaniard, who is rather fond of finishing in 5th place, Manuel Gonzalez. Can we catch up to... Ooh, that's not going to catch up to him. Yo, come on! I got away with it. I'm surprised we didn't get a track limit warning there. Oh, Joe! Christ almighty. It's so difficult to try and navigate that corner when the AI makes such a mistake like that. And onto the power. Bike going... That sounded amazing, that coming out of the left-hander momentarily. The two MTMSI bikes there. Look at that. Thank goodness for the OLED ultra-wide monitor. I could get a good glimpse of that on the right-hand side of my screen. I could see it all. So now onto the brakes into what I believe is the 90 degrees corner. Into the apex, onto the power, under the bridge. We are closing in. Ooh, steady. Taking liberties there. 0.4 of a second is what we're losing compared to our best lap time set on lap 5. It was with a 1:49.842. Very tight into the apex of turn 1. That sets me up though. Bit of a Honda line that one, isn't it? Into the V-shaped line, pop it out, and get onto the power. Very solid 175 frames per second in this game. Oh, in fact, it's actually 120. So into the left-hand side, we power on, and let's see if we can still close in. I've had a Steam chat message which has popped up. That doesn't usually pop up. What's happened to my settings? I hope that doesn't come up on the game. Oh, there's always something trying to interrupt. No, disrespect to the person who's messaged me. I appreciate the kind gesture, but right now, I'm trying to catch up to the 4 rides ahead of us. Aaron Canet, he's close by, isn't he? We are closing in. But I can't lie to you, I feel a little bit embarrassed in my performance in this one. It's not been very good, has it? A little bit different to my usual consistency. One thing I will say though is I absolutely love these Moto2 bikes in MotoGP 24. I can pick up and play these and just have a great time. So this is awesome. I'm really hoping you guys are enjoying this video as well. If you are, don't forget to like and subscribe. It does help out the content. Helps me grow as well. So I would really appreciate it. And in fact, speaking of growing, we'll actually talk about it very soon, to be honest, because I think it's time for me to make a move on Aaron Canet. The rear tyre was sliding there. And there is your championship standings. I think at the end of this one, we should be 100 points clear from Celestino. I've just got to make short work of the 4 rides ahead of us. Now, that won't stay on screen long enough for me to make it through, I don't think. But if I get through here, sadly not, the graphic's gone. Never mind. But here is the moment. Can we send it? I wish he'd let me through there. It looks like I'm the aggressor trying to just shove you past, but if you just let me get through, you could have just latched onto my rear tyre. Now you've lost 2.5 tenths of a second, Aaron. Think about that next time. And that's the only problem with the AI sometimes in these games. Christ, Garcia! He had to pick it up mid-corner, didn't he? Well, we've really found speed now. 4 tenths of a second. And I think these two are going to make a mistake. Well, there you go, prime example. But we've got to try and dice our way through. Just like that. Half a second in the back pocket. It's time to churn out the laps. It's time to try and catch... No. I want to try and make this a little bit more special, but I don't think I'm going to pull 6 seconds back against the VR46 Academy rider, Celestino Vietti. I don't think that's possible, to be honest. I hope it's possible. And I'll certainly try. Let's see what we can do. Into the brakes, a little bit tight. Hey, that wasn't bad. I felt like I was going to go a little bit too deep there, but that actually felt really good. One thing I'm remembering now, since I'm back on MotoGP 24... you pillock. Oh, Christ. I'm making so many mistakes in this one. The one thing I was going to mention is that it's easy to forget how hard you can brake in this game. You can really trail brake, which is great. It feels good. But sometimes I doubt the brakes and I don't trust it enough. So yeah, but I'm gonna dive in now and get this one done. It's not a bad long lap penalty this, so you can actually get onto the power pretty quickly and launch on it. We lost less than 2 seconds on that penalty. What a long lap penalty that was. That's marvellous. This is why I was preaching this on my Ace Academy Championships live streams on MotoGP 24. When you get the long lap penalty, take it, because if I didn't, I would have lost 3 seconds. I've done the long lap penalty, I only lost 3 positions, and we're about to put... Oh, Gonzalez! Oh, bless him! That's a bad spot to go down, and Tony, he's trying to get through. Fair play, Tiger. Easy, easy, Tiger. But yeah, regarding the long lap penalty, we've had a little bit of a battle there with Tony. We picked up after Manuel Gonzalez perished, and we're still yet to lose as much time as we would if we just took the penalty. So as far as I'm concerned, it was the good choice. It was the smart move to do. Always take the long lap penalty because you can actually get some more time. I appreciate that sometimes you might not have had any practice, but I have not really practiced that long lap penalty for Motegi either, and it was pretty much easy enough. So yeah, it should be absolutely fine. I'm going to send it though. Oh god. Sorry, I got caught up there. I just wanted to send it in that corner. It's so difficult to get it right into the victory corner, so I just wanted to do it, but yeah, that was not the right time to do it. It made for good viewing. That's all that really matters. So onto the power then. Ooh, burning that soft Pirelli rubber up, aren't we? But again, the softs are able to withstand 16 laps of sheer pressure of pushing to the limit. We have a new target now, ladies and gentlemen. That's only Tony Arbolino. We're not going to catch up to Chele and Alonso, so I'll just try and take the small victories where we can. And in today's video, it's going to be to try and get into the 148. I don't doubt my ability, but what I do doubt is possibly getting held up from Tiger Tony. So here, we're going to set up the most beautiful overtake of today's race. That was lovely. Now, I didn't do anything there to Tony. There was nothing wrong with my overtake. And I can't believe he just crashed then. That really sours it. He's not just crashed, he's out as well. That really sours the overtake, that. It wasn't my fault, that. I can tell you that for free. That was a clean move. That's YouTube short worthy, ladies and gentlemen. That was really good. I'm proud of that. I am very proud. Just hate the fact that he crashed. It really takes away its luster, let's say. Surprisingly enough, though, even though we've been faffing around and getting long lap penalties and just being a bit of a menace on circuit, the gap to Celestino is 6.7. So surprisingly, we're not actually miles away. I mean, we are in the sense of a prospect of finishing in third, but I would have anticipated that lead to be over 10 seconds by now. And I'm hoping we'll see the championship graphic come back up again at some point. If we do, I'll get an indication if we pulled 100 points on Chele. I think we would have, because he's only pulling 4 points away from me right now. So we're pretty much close now in the championship. So 7 seconds is the gap. But for these last couple of laps then, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the video, as I just get a second track limit warning already. Some kept Chant early. He took his long lap penalty and then had a chunk of time as well, didn't he, added? Or at least more track limit warnings. Wide into turn 5. I've lost my confidence a little bit with turn 5. I don't want to just take liberties and brake too tight into the apex again. 3.5 tenths of a second. 4 tenths of a second. 4 tenths, 4.5. Okay, maybe my 48 aspirations are going as well. At least let me finish with some sort of small victory here today. Oh, 6.3 though to Celestino. We took out 7 tenths of a second in that middle sector alone. And the gap to Aaron Canet is, wow, it's a big chunk of time now. Now, if we take 7 tenths of a second per lap, that would be better than just... But I don't think it's possible, because now we're onto the back straight here, it's now 6.5. I don't think you can really call it a back straight, but you know what I mean. And onto the brake then for the 90 degrees corner. Do really love the way this Motegi circuit all comes together. This final part of the circuit is just a perfect crescendo for the Japanese GP. All the fans on the banking there, beautiful viewing angles for everyone. It must be absolutely stunning racing in this circuit. Cross the line, back into the 49s. But not a prayer of getting into the 48s, and I tell you what, I was pretty close to losing the front then. Maybe we should save that for another day. Accept the defeat today and focus on the next one. Of course, next race will be in Phillip Island, if I'm not mistaken. I look forward to that one. I had a fantastic race in the first round of the Superbike 24 career mode, so I'm looking forward to that. From there, then we of course go back to the debut tracks from the Chang International Circuit, the Sepang Circuit, and finally we finish in Valencia. I am really keen. Oh my lord. Celestino Vietti. He was miles ahead of me, and he's just gone down on lap 13. There is no justice, is there, bless him? How the hell did that happen? He has been stalking Alonso Lopez for about 12 laps, and he's done that. Surely we're not going to be lucky enough to take Alonso Lopez's position. Is he going to make a mess of his lines and give us a chance of victory? Oh, I'm wide now. Sorry, I was just thinking of the prospect of him going into that corner on the next lap and then binning it. It would be absolutely bonkers. 1.1 seconds I've lost now. I've completely lost my concentration. We're actually pulling back points on Celestino Vietti. Is this the luckiest video I've done? I don't know. Maybe the Aragon race when Tony Arbolino binned it. Fortune fate. Oh, Cole. Good lord. Bit easy on the throttle there, eh? Jesus. Just gave it a little bit too much power. on the right-hand side of that tyre, and I think at this stage of the race, when that Pirelli rubber is, it's dropping rapidly, it's not very wise to start getting onto the power so abruptly. Gap to Alonso is 7 seconds. Now, this is not the first time Alonso Lopez has done this season. He dominated a few races this year, and it was basically the same way as it's going now. Big chunk of a margin, and me in second or third, just filling up the positions. It's not quite an also ran, because of course we will be on the podium, but I felt like some of this race probably didn't deserve to be on the podium. But I guess you could say in the same time we've worked extra hard to be back on the podium. So yeah, maybe one way to look at it here today. But on to the power then. Always remember, hashtag stay ace. And that's exactly what we're doing now. We're staying ace, we're staying calm, and we're staying collected, ready to pick up the pieces of 4 points from Celestino Vietti. Puts our championship pretty much done and dusted, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, hang on. Is this it? To be honest, it's something I didn't even think of before starting this video, because, well, to be quite honest, I knew I was going to win the championship after I'd already got like a 100-point advantage, but still, is this match point? Oh, my teammate's gone. We might still win the team's championship, but Dennis Onchu better start helping me out, because we're not that much further ahead anymore. Darren Binder's been given a warning. So with Motegi concluding now, it would leave 4 races remaining. Phillip Island has 25 points available. Chang, Sepang and Valencia all have 25 points available. Thus meaning, if we are 100 points or more ahead of Celestino Vietti by the conclusion of today's race, we will be MotoGP's Moto2 World Champion. So it's effectively match point. In a lucky way to seal it as well, to be honest. A gifted championship victory from Celestino Vietti. Of course, anything could happen. We're still on the penultimate lap. Alonso Lopez is 6.6 seconds up the road, so I guess we'll forget about him as we just really kick out the rear going into this left-hand side. Yeah, we don't half take a big chunk of time out of Alonso, don't we? I don't think I could have caught him though, even if it was 100% race distance. Every time we catch up here, he then builds a bigger advantage from the final sector all the way into the first, so it's not something I could have done today. But what we have done is disappeared away from Celestino Vietti. There's a cracking battle going on for about 10th place, I think. So where I am, of course, is second. I think you got 3rd, 4th and 5th battling behind us. So Celestino Vietti's day could get worse in a moment. I believe it could be Ethan Guevara and Roberts fighting in towards the long straight now. So behind them, I think it's around 10th or 11th place. There's a bloody big battle going on with a good chunk of riders. Oh, and there's the results then, ladies and gentlemen. If everything stays as it is right now as we conclude the penultimate lap, we have won the championship. And that's it. Done and dusted. Ready to move on to the premier class of MotoGP. Still yet to decide which team to go to. In fact, if you've played your MotoGP career mode and you've already moved up, or you're going to move up to the premier class, let me know in the comment section down below what offers you were given, because I'd really like to know. Sergio Garcia has just taken away 3rd place from the Italian. So yeah, a championship that could have stayed alive has gone. I don't think it was going to, because he was only going to take 4 points away from me, so give or take the 4 points that I gained then lost, I think it would have been 102 points. So to be honest, no, the championship was bound to be sealed. So today is match point, and we're going to get the job done. We are 1 lap, in fact, well, half a lap now away from securing the Moto2 World Championship in our debut season. Moto3 Championship done and dusted. Moto2 Championship signed, sealed, just yet to be delivered. We'll receive that from a first class postage stamp when we conclude this lap. The final battle for the championship goes down here in Motegi. It's been a good season. I've really enjoyed it so far. Still got 4 races to go, of course. Looking forward to jumping on Phillip Island. Might do that in a bit. I'm really feeling keen to get back into MotoGP. So into the right hand side then, victory corner goes for Alonso Lopez, but out of the victory corner for us seals a Moto2 World Championship. Congratulations to myself. Oh, he's chuffed, look how happy he is, God bless him. So there you are then guys, confirmation on your screen right now of the final results of the GP of Japan. Of course, Celestino Vietti not finishing on the podium does mean that we pulled 8 points away from him. In fact, it would have been around, yeah, something like that. I don't know what the maths is top of my head. Maybe 7 points away from Celestino. So let's take a look at the championship standings. As you can see, championship done and dusted. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching the season so far. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.